Hello everybody, this is Non-Stamp Collector. Now, just straight off the bat here, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the video that I put out a few days ago called God's Ultimate Plan for the Universe, you need to watch that before watching this. This is going to contain all sorts of spoilers, alright? So go watch that first. Everybody else, can I tell you guys, hey, I'm so relieved that this thing worked. It was a real interesting challenge to make this one because the idea itself was so simple, but gosh, there are just so many ways to try to portray the idea. And look, it took years. I've been working on this on and off, mostly off, of course, for years and years and years, since about 2014, I think. And anyway, every time I would go back to look at it, you know, I would find new options and new possibilities. I could do it this way or that way or this way or that way. And it really could have gone so many different ways, and there were so many false starts and so many so much backpedaling and changing this and changing that the one that I finally came up with at the end, I really didn't know if I'd made the right decisions, but thanks to your comments and your confirmations that it was up to the task of getting my point across. I'm really happy and really relieved that it seems to have worked. So thanks for your positive comments. Now, amongst the comments that have come in have been a bit of a theme, and I know this is made kind of in fun, but many people are kind of making the same kind of comment along the lines of, hey man, like, why is the video so short? It only goes, you know, in the second half of the video only goes for like 4 minutes. It should go for 10 hours. Enough people have said that, and with all those comments, I know they're a joke, I know it's funny, but you know, I've still got all the files just sitting here, and I like the idea of an extended cut. Now, have a look here. Here's my Audacity file, right? This is how I made, and you see the title is I called it Scream Symphony. A couple of sort of long burning tracks and all these cut up screams. I cut the tracks into male and female, and more or less alternated them. But look, if I was going to make a longer cut, I wouldn't want to just loop 4 minutes. I'd like to have more. How would you like to contribute some sound effects? How would you like to contribute some gut-wrenching, murderous, hellish screaming and roaring, right? That I could mix into a longer track, you know, that got longer before I started to loop it. Because, I mean, I'm not going to go for 10 hours, but I might do something kind of silly. And just for the fun of it, right? So if that sounds like something fun for you, that you'd like to kind of scream your guts out into a microphone and send me the thing and I can mix it into a longer extended cut, then hey, I'd really be grateful for your contribution, right? If that's not for you, then by all means, just leave this video here, yo, and you know, see you again soon, hopefully. But if you think this is possibly something you could do, I have done this before, and I learned a few lessons last time. Back in about 2011, I did this with a video about Hitler the Atheist. It was a quiz show video. I think it's 2011 or 2012. And I crowdsourced laughter. I wanted a long laugh track. And so I crowdsourced it by a video just like this one, asking, hey, if you could send audio of yourself laughing, please send it to me and I'll be able to mix it in. Now, problems came up with that. I got a good result. In fact, let's have a look. I'll show you. I wanted to show you what I got from that. Here's that video with user submitted laughter.
Actually, I'm going to have trouble keeping a straight face while I read this question. Some people have actually suggested that Adolf Hitler was not, in fact, an atheist. Yeah, I know. But wait. Some have actually gone as far as to suggest that not only was he not an atheist, but that he actually believed in God.
Hitler believed in God? Can you believe it? As if Hitler believed in God. Oh, they think they can just make up facts to suit themselves.
How could Hitler have believed in a god? Okay, sorry guys. Okay. Now the question.
So it really did work. It worked fantastically well, but a lot of what I received, I couldn't use. I couldn't use it because of the quality. Most of the things I received in that thing were just so distorted that I couldn't use it. So if you have the capability and the hardware to produce a video, an audio recording of yourself, I mean, roaring and screaming like you're being murdered, that doesn't come out all distorted and humming and room noise and, you know, wind, if you decide to do it outside for some reason, you know, all these things came up last time and I felt bad because I hadn't anticipated them and I wasted sort of people's time with this. So if you have confidence that you could produce something that is not distorted and doesn't sound like you're, you know, 20 meters away from your microphone and full of echo and room noise and all that kind of thing, that's the first sort of hurdle we need to overcome here. So please, if you wanted to do this and spend the time, make sure you have the capability to do something that's going to be of sufficient quality that I you know, can use it. All right. Now, the second thing is very, very important here, y'all, and it's something that I've thought about for this case. And I'd say here very clearly, do not participate in this. Do not do this if doing so could cause someone within earshot of you alarm or fear or surprise or concern or shock, right? If they're just sitting in their apartment watching TV and suddenly there's murderous screaming and, you know, like horrendous gut-wrenching roaring and, you know, coming from the apartment next door, that's not the sort of stress I want to put out into the world right now, right? For my karma or my conscience, right? Please don't just decide, hey, I'm going to scream like a maniac for 30 seconds just so I can send it off to non-stamp collector. Like, thank you for the contribution, but man, if it's going to cause somebody to shit themselves or worse, you know, call the cops because they just can't understand why suddenly, you know, the house next door, the person living next door is screaming their guts out, then please don't do it, right? I mean, I just want to be super serious about this. Don't start screaming like you're in hell if you have people within earshot who might be kind of shocked by that, right? Just let this one go by, okay? And as I said here in this slide here, I myself am not able to record myself doing this, because, you know, my neighbors would freak the hell out. It would not be cool. It would not be very neighborly of me, right? So please don't. All right. Now, one more thing, just so to make this easy for me. Yeah, it's not going to take you a lot of time, but this will be a video. It'll be on my channel. It'll be on. It'll have ads on it. So as far as the rights to the recording that you're making, look, if you're sending it to me, then you are agreeing to just give me the recording. Or give the recording to me without expecting anything in return. Okay, let's just go carte blanche on this, right? Zero rights reserved on this. If you're going to send it to me, then please don't follow it up in 6 months with a claim to, you know, the ad revenue that I'll get on YouTube for this. All right, so please don't do it. By sending me this recording of you, you are giving me the rights to do whatever the hell I want with it forever. Okay. That's the deal. Cool. All right. So look, I do just have to be careful about getting these files to me. They needn't be very, very big. So I think email is just the way to go. Now, in order to not get myself spammed like hell, in the description box of this video, you'll see an email address that you can send this to. And it might change day to day, because if I start getting spammed like hell on one email address, I'm just going to shut that email address down and open up a new one. So please make sure you send it to whatever is currently in the description box of this video, all right? I think that's about it. No promises on when this might come out. I'll try to make it sooner rather than later. Okay, I don't want to ramble. Thanks, everybody. Thanks very much for your response to the video. I was so relieved. And let's see if I can make another, not another one, but yeah, a long version of it, eh? Okay, thanks, everybody. See you later.